We're going to start another short morning sequence that you can use to get going to get all the stiffness out as you start your day. We'll start in crocodile pose. So for crocodile pose, your feet are going to be wider than your hips with your toes pointing out, and just let them completely relax. Arms stacked one on top of the other, and rest your forehead on your arms. So from here, you'll begin to notice your abdomen moving against your mat as you breathe. Maybe feel a rising of your low back as you inhale. And just do a quick body scan to notice how you're feeling this morning. Any stiffness? After breathing for a little while like that, you can bring your legs together and propped up just slightly on my forearms, and you can bend your knees and just let your legs sway from side to side. Release any tension in the low back. Just the very gentlest of twists here. And then let your legs release down. Legs come all the way together. Squeeze the thighs together a bit. Elbows right underneath your shoulders for Sphinx pose. I like to press my hands into the mat to draw my chest forward. If this is feeling a little too intense on your low back with your elbows right under your shoulders, you could walk your elbows forward a bit so your lower ribs are closer to the ground and it's not as intense of a bend in your low back. So see what feels good for you. If you know you like a little cobra pose or something else here, feel free to do that. Just take a few breaths. Squeezing your legs slightly together and reaching your toes nice and long. Feel movement between your shoulder blades as you breathe. And then from here, release yourself back down. Hands come back below the elbows. Push up to hands and knees. Little bit of cat-cow here. Press into your knuckles and your fingertips. Inhale, belly down, hips lift up. And exhale, round. And take that a few times at your own pace, inhaling and exhaling. Moving gently as you go here. And then slowly come back to neutral. From here, I like to cross my ankles and just roll over to seated. If that bothers your joints in any way, take seated any way that feels good for you. From here, sweep your arms up with an inhale, clasp your hands and press them skyward. With an exhale, take a little side bend to the right. Inhale back to neutral. And exhale, a little side bend to the left. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your back, shoulders back. Squeezing your shoulder blades together. Maybe your hands lift up off of your tailbone a little bit. Big chest stretch here. And exhale, return to neutral. Brief little short boat pose just to get things heated up a bit, get us moving and into our core to start our day. You can rest back on your sit bones, and this doesn't have to be the biggest boat you've ever done. It's still very early. Maybe you stay right here, just letting your feet get a little lighter. Maybe your legs come up. You can squeeze in with your thighs a little bit. If this is at all hard on your low back, you can just bring yourself back down. You can even come to fingertips here and just open up and take a little bit of a supported boat. Either way is fine. Take some breaths, slow and steady. And then release. From here, make your way up to standing. You can get to the top of your mat and let your feet be about hips width apart. Palms forward, shoulders back for mountain pose. Take a few breaths here. And then inhale, sweep your arms up, look up. Exhale, hips back, soften through your knees and fold forward. You can sway a bit side to side here. From here, hands down to the floor or to blocks like me. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot down. We're going to keep that lifted. Maybe a few times just bending and straightening. Your knee doesn't have to touch. It might tap. It might just hover. A few times there. And then next time you're up, you can stay there. If you've got your right foot back, that right hand is going to go down. Left hand comes up. Find your twist. Take a few breaths, slow and steady. With an exhale, hand comes down. Slowly step that back foot forward and fold. With an inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands down. Opposite foot's going to step back. And maybe once again, lowering and straightening that leg. And then next time that leg's up, keep it there. I've got my left foot back, so my left hand is going to go down to the block or to the mat. Right arm lifts up. Take a little twist here. A few breaths. We should be getting warmer now. And with an exhale, gaze down, both hands down. Step that back foot forward and fold. Knees can be soft. Let your spine drape. From here, inhale, lift halfway. Exhale with a pause. Inhale, reach your arms up nice and high. Exhale, hands to heart center. And maybe you take a moment here, adjusting your feet so they're right under your hips. Your eyes can remain open or they can close. And take a moment to set an intention for your day. Just something super simple, what you feel you may need. It may be one word: peace, compassion, power. And then get on with your day. See you later.